Well, hello and welcome. If you are watching this video, maybe somebody sent it to you to try and convince you to play leagues. Or maybe you're already playing leagues and you want to make an alt account. Either way, if you want to try and knock out as many tasks as possible in the least amount of game time so that you can just like raid with your friends and you don't really care about any of that other stuff, well then this is the video for you. I am going to literally just read over 130 steps that I have tied together to be the most efficient way to get to nearly tier 7 within 24 hours of game time, or I can get you to your tier 5 in like 8 hours. A work day it's so good. Now, I do say, obviously the relics that I choose are going to optimize speed. You can really choose anything you want, but if you stick to this list, it's optimized for what I chose. Now, when it comes to the combat relic, you can choose anything you want. I think range makes it a little bit faster, but it's really not a big deal. Also, we go trickster, mainly for the fact it just eliminates an entire skill, agility. It's awesome. There's benefits to all, but trickster for speed, for this reason only, is the winner. That being said, let's get into it. First thing you're going to want to do is log into leagues. Obviously, probably shouldn't have to say that, but there's a bunch of these little options that you don't have, that doesn't port over. If you've never done leagues before, you need to go in and fix these. There's like shift drop, set your rune, your ammo priority, and your runes to go into your pouch. You want to do some other things. Whatever you got, just set that up. That's on you. That's on you. You figure out, you got your F keys, do all that stuff. If this is a new leagues account, if not, here we go. Number 1, you're going to want to start trickster. Pickpocket a man 28 times and open 28 coin pouches at one time. Check your age at Hans for the Lumbridge diary. Pick up all items in the Lumbridge kitchen. Then go to the basement, get a jug, fill it with water, and get another bucket. Start cook's assistant. Back upstairs at the chef. Then you go upstairs, talk to the Duke, and start rune mysteries. Go to the Lumbridge graveyard, do the emote dance, and enter Death's Domain. Leave there, kill a goblin with airstrike. You can use your Draymond staff if you want. It gives a little magic bonus. Pick up and bury the bones. Drop your Aaron mind runes, and then talk to the mage tutor to get more. I think it's every 30 minutes you can do this. So if you find yourself coming back and it's been 30 minutes, if you got your Aaron mind runes, drop them bad boys, pick them up. Also, if you don't want to listen to me ramble this whole time, there is a league speedrun thing that I put down below, and you can just read it. But either way, you should press the like button if you're using this. If you don't like it, then don't push it. Push the negative button, the thumbs down, and write a comment about how this was the dumbest thing ever and a waste of your time. That's fine. Anyway, buy shears, a pestle and mortar, a spade from the shop, and run to the Lumbridge mill. It's just north of there. It's in between the cows and the goblins. When you get there, pick up an egg from Fred the farmer's house, pick up 2 wheat, and make sure while in the wheat field, cry. You need to cry. Make sure 2 flour go in the mill, and after you make your 2 flour, run north, milk the cow twice. Run south of the goblins, and there is a potato patch. Inside of the potato patch, I need you to chop that tree and burn those logs. Run to Draenor and do 10 laps on the rooftop course. Pick up 1 mark of grace, and you don't need any more. Unless you're gonna go, I don't know. To be honest, I think in Asgarnia or whatever, wherever you got birth order, I don't know if there's tasks for that. So if you plan on doing all that stuff, go right ahead. But I've never used them. Start Vampire Slayer at Morgan with the blue cape, just kind of north of the end of the Draenor Village rooftop course. Go upstairs and get the garlic from the cabinet and pickpocket that woman until you have 15 thieving. Open 28 coin pouches at that time if you want as well. Either way, you need 15. Go to Aggie the Witch and insult her. You just talk to her. I think you push like 3 or something. Bank everything except your knife, GP, 1 egg, 2 flour, and 1 milk. Have your Draymond staff equipped. And the rune mysteries talisman. Buy wines from Fortunato. Get a task from the wise old man by asking him, is there anything I can do for you? This will be different for everyone, so do it as it makes sense, but I will consider the points added to the total already. I've gotten some really easy ones where he's like, hey, give me 5 eggs. That was really cool. Got another one that was like, Give me 13 molten glass. That's kind of cool too. Later we go to the Brimhaven. Like there's the charter guys. It's fine, you know? Just figure it out. You're smart. Next, go a little south and get a forestry pack from behind the bank. The dude's sitting on the ground, marked on the minimap with a green foresty shop icon. Go in the Draenor sewer next to the jail and kill a zombie. And you can use your wines to heal. If you just do airstrike, the wines don't drain your magic, so it's perfect. Then, if you can, kill a dark wizard with magic. You may not have runes. If you don't worry about it. We're gonna kill one later during the Demon Slayer quest. So anyway, travel to the Wizard's Tower to continue rune mysteries every time you pass the logs on the ground. Pick them up and fletch them into arrow shafts. Home teleport. Finish the cook's assistant, turn extra flour into bread dough, and make bread on the Lumbridge range. Bank everything and get out shears. Shear 27 sheep, home teleport again, make balls of wool. The reason you can teleport again is because we're in leagues, and there isn't a 30-minute timer on there. There's a 20-minute timer on the minigame, but not a 30-minute on the home teleport. Trust me. Just do it. Your inventory should now be 24 balls of wool, air and mine runes, and a spade. Travel to the farm patch behind Lumbridge and talk to Faith. Gardening trowel, seed dibber, rake 3 compost. Buy them. But you also want to like bank them at the leprechaun. So like maybe drop a couple balls of wool and you just figure it out. Then you put them over into him and it's fine, you know? Now granted, if you're really new and you feel like I'm being a little aggressive, it's okay. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other people that get a full inventory and they're like, oh, you want to buy stuff? I don't have any room. He didn't tell me to get room. Those people, you know? Anyway, rake 1 weed from the patch next to you. Turn in Sheep's Shearer, just north of you at Fred the Farmer, and run to the ham hideout. I want you to pickpocket hams until you have 38 thieving. Now, make sure, if you want to, you can save all of your raw food because stuff's noted if you have Trickster. So your chicken, your shrimp, your anchovies, anchovies. Also, if you want, this is pretty smart. If you get an iron pickaxe, iron axe, steel pickaxe, and a steel axe, you can keep those because they're better than bronze. And also easy clues, save those. And with your ham clothes, there's 7 different like clothing pieces for hams. Just save all of those up. All the other crap you can drop, but there are a couple bonus items, if you will. Guam leaves, Marintils, Terramins, uncut gems, logs, and then those little buttons, you can polish those and you can just drop them. You don't need them, but it's crafting XP. So keep them on, you know. If you were able to easily finish the Lumbridge guide task, go to Draenor and turn that in. Also talk to Ned and have him make you a rope out of your 4 balls of wool. Clean the guams that you've gotten and pickpocket the master farmer, the one with the cape, until you have 40 thieving. Should be really quick. You want to get barley seeds. If you don't get barley seeds from him, you just need to talk to the girl over here and trade her and then get the barley seeds. Just buy them from her. They're really cheap. I want you to bank everything again and get out your GP, which really, honestly, just always carry that. It's fine. Even later when we go for fire sale, which banknoter, trust me, I was you, but then I did this and I realized fire sale is the speed option and it's so good. So I'm a convert. Get out your iron pick, steel pick, iron axe, steel axe, and a small net. I want you to home teleport. Travel south to the mines and mine 1 copper, just 1, and 10 tin. You can drop 9 of the tin. Fish a shrimp, equip the Drayman staff, and enter the shed. Now this, you technically, if you wanted to, and it's kind of worth your time probably, you could do the Misthalin Mysteries quest. So it's all within the one area, and you go and you just do, it's the chick and the dude that's sitting on the ground. Like, do that, because then you get a sapphire, an emerald, and a ruby. That would be good, but you don't get points for it. But it's a good idea. Just throwing it out there. Now, equip your Drayman staff and enter the shed and go to Xanaris. I want you to go straight to Shaldar, buy an elemental shield, check your task with the enchanted gem. Well, excuse me. Get a task from Shaldar and then check said task on a gem. If you have an additional 650, buy a spiny helmet. You put that on later. You don't have the stats now, but later we'll get points. By this time, you should be very close to tier 2. If not, just keep going because it's fine, but you should be pretty darn close. Travel back to Xanaris to unlock, or excuse me, if you are, travel to the bank in Xanaris and unlock the new relic. Get out your knife, your barley seeds, your axe, and your steel pickaxe, air and mind runes, your research package for rune mysteries, then leprechaun teleport to 3J, which is the Lumbridge leprechaun. Get out your rake and seed dibber and 3 compost and rake all the weeds. Get more runes from the mage tutor, which you just got like run up there, little northwest, northeast. Get those and you're good to go. Mushroom teleport to the Champions Guild, rake those weeds, and then mushroom teleport to the farm north of Seth Groats, which I think is M on the panel thing. And then rake those weeds. You need to get level 3 farming is what you need to do. So that should get you that. Plant the barley seeds, then pay the farmer to watch them with the 3 buckets of compost. Travel to Varrock with the mushroom, which is 3Y. That should put you in the castle like area in the front, the yard. And then travel to the Varrock bar for Vampire Slayer, talk to the doctor, buy him a beer and get the steak. Continue rune mysteries at Aubrey's rune shop. Steal tea from the tea stall. Keep the tea, don't drink it. And if you see the pet, if you see the dog, pet him, okay? Mushroom fairy ring teleport to the wizard's tower to complete rune mysteries. Don't forget the logs and fletch them. Have him also then teleport you to the essence mine. And if you want, you can, yeah. Now we're gonna be getting a new area soon. When you get this area, I want you to take the Fremnik region. After this, pick what you want, but just listen. Now, there's not a lot of content there to have fun with your friends, but it doesn't matter because there's going to be some solo content and you can't always count on the fact that your friends are going to be online. You might not even have any friends, but the DKs will be your friends. Vorkath will be your friend. They'll try to kill you, but just you kill them first and then you take their jewelry. Run and go back to Draenor. Don't forget to pick up the logs and fletch them and turn in the task for the guide if you haven't already. Just don't forget. And if you have not done it at all, just literally stop this guide and just do the task. In the Draenor Bank, I want you to right click on the air talisman, hit locate. Now leprechaun teleport to Varrock 3Y. Buy a newspaper from Benny and do 10 laps at the Varrock rooftop course. She doggy, that's a lot of laps, but it'll go by real quickly. Start Demon Slayer and browse the Sthathoasios store. She's the chick underneath the other chick. Run to the Varrock castle and pickpocket the guards until you have the max amount of coin pouches, which is 84 if you went trickster, and you want to do that twice because we need the money. Open the coin pouches at once because there's another task. And then continue Demon Slayer. So we're talking to Sir Pryzen. We're talking, we've got to go to the one guy and then the well, it's fine. However, before you go into the sewers for the second key, buy a fire staff from Zaph, 200 air runes, and 100 mind runes from Aubrey. Kill a guard with defensive casting. Go to the bank and bank everything. Punch the punching bag till level 8. Trust me, it's worth it. Get out a knife and have your fire staff and mushroom equipped and your air and mind runes. Travel to the sewer to get the key. Continue along the sewer until you reach the spider webs past the ghosts. Cut the web. Mushroom teleport to Varrock Leprechaun. Bank everything in your inventory and get out just runes and GP. You should have 25 inventory spots open. Run to the dig site, travel to Fossil Island, and then back to the dig site. Get a panning tray, which is close to the southern portion of the dig site. Pan at the river until you get a jade. Drop everything you got in the dig site area, and there are 5 bone spawns. Hop around until you pick up 25 bones for Demon Slayer. Travel back to Varrock with the mushroom, bank the bones at East Bank, and pretty soon we're going to be unlocking tier 3. And if you have it already, oh, you better have picked Fire Sale. You might think, and maybe your buddy's like, no man, don't listen to him. Seriously, dude, like Fire Sale, it's good at the beginning, but then we're halfway through leagues. Pick Fire Sale. If you need Banker's Note, you suck. I'm sorry. That's this, and this is why. And I heard Bodhi say that, and I was like, and I had Banker's Note. I heard Bodhi say that, and he's like, hey, mate, no, that was more Aussie. Anyway, he was like, hey, if you have banker's note, like, you're just not that good. Because why do you need to bring all these foods and supplies in? And I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. But also, on top of that, once you get 1800 skill total, your recall relic is instantaneous. So you can't use it like, oh, well, I just like it so that I can just sit in one area and just like AFK train. Well, yeah, I guess maybe, but just like, no, just teleport away and teleport back. The only thing it's good for is just like doing stuff when you're not ready to do it, right? You want to do a TOA like right when you get there at a super low level? Well, yeah, you've got 27,000 sharks. Sure, you'll work your way through it. It'll work out, right? Or don't get yourself fire sale and get so many more points so much faster that all your banker's note friends are going to be like, whoa, wait, hold on. You're already tier 8? Bro, it took you like a day. Like 3 hours, man. And you're like, yeah, I'm awesome. That's it. Anyway, once you do get fire sale, I want you to buy like 1,000,000 chaos runes, like 5k death runes, and then just a ton, like hundreds of thousands of all of the elemental runes. Trust me. Listen, do that. Steal some tea again over there. If you didn't save it from earlier, you didn't listen well, you know? Anyway, I want you to do the natural history mini quest in the basement of the museum. Travel to the church and go upstairs and talk to Elise. You're gonna give her the tea, but you need to go through all her dialogue, and then that's a task. That's great. Get out your hammer and your runes, your air and your mind, steak and some garlic. Travel to Draenor Manor for the Vampire Slayer, which you do that via the mushroom, okay? Get a chair to follow you when you go inside the Draenor Manor. There is you get a task for that. And then there's a little chair, and it's just the cutest little thing. And he just wants to have a friend, you know? So, but just make sure he's following you. Then go down into Vampire Slayers, into the basement, and kill Dracula. Go back to the bank and get out your 25 bones and travel to the Wizard's Tower Fairy Ring DIS and finish Demon Slayer. Then run to the museum and go upstairs and talk to share information for Kudos. Use the lamp for Slayer. Listen, here's another one. Hot topic, okay? If you have friends, doing Shield of Arav is a good idea. Also, something that some people might not know is if you do the quests before you unlock regions, you would actually, you get more points to do them. There's a task to give a Draenor guard some, a stew, but to make a stew, that's so cumbersome. Ugh, yucky. Just do Gertrude's cat. You do Gertrude's cat, she just gives you stew. And you get 40 points for doing Gertrude's cat instead of 10 points later. You see what I'm saying? Probably didn't know that, did you? Nope, but now you do. Anyway, let's continue. If you have 50 plus Kudos, talk to the curator Hag Halen. Also, Shield of Arav, that gives you a lamp. Throw that bad boy into Slayer. Why are we putting these into Slayer? To be fair, I don't really remember, but I put it here for a reason, and I'm just going to trust past Radish that he knew what he was talking about. Anyway, make sure you have 2k GP and Leprechaun teleport to the Brimhavens. Travel south and pick up a pineapple and enter the Brimhaven dungeon by paying 875 GP. Teleport back to the Brimhaven Leprechaun with the mushroom. 3-3, by the way, if you use your numbers. Buy some ropes and 2k buckets of sand and soda ash from the charter ships north of you. Shift right click, set the items to 50 and just spam click it. From now on, since we have fire sale, when I say buy something, just do that, just buy a bunch. If you got some ropes, you should have 700 ropes. Might as well. Why buy one? No, stop it. Now, run to the Brimhaven Agility Arena, but before you go in, buy some karambwams and some swordfish from the waiter dude inside of the building. It's Alfonso or something. I don't remember. And do the same thing. Just spam click. Get 100, a couple hundred. Doesn't matter. We're rich. Leprechaun to the Varrock and buy one of every plate body from Horvik and the studded top and bottoms. Buy all short bros from the archery shop as well as spam buy iron, steel, myth, addy arrows. Leprechaun to the Champions Guild, 3-5, and go upstairs to buy rune plate legs or a skirt if that's your thing. That's okay. Green vamp races and chaps. The other shop carries black helmet and addy plate. You can buy those if you want. You do get tasks for those, so might as well. Return to the Varrock Bank and always carry your mushroom and crystal of memories as well as combat runes. Head to the stronghold of security and bring food. Equip the boots in the basement. We're going through the whole thing, top to bottom. Fairy ring to BLP, which if you need help, it's big lava people. Yeah, made that up myself. I'm really smart. Anyway, we're going to go to the bank north. We're going to bring all of our chaos runes and we're going to sell chaos runes 50 at a time. Okay. And we're going to want like 1,000,000 Taukel. Now we don't have, and here comes that annoying friend of yours again. Hey, did you know that if you get the Karamja gloves, like, and you wear them, you'll get a discount and you'll also get, that doesn't matter. We're rich. Okay. That takes time. We ain't got time. Now I want you to also buy like 100 sapphires and emeralds from like Tazar areas using your Takul, and then bank everything except your crystal of memories, your mushroom, and a hammer. Leprechaun Telly to Taiba 1i 3R. Travel slightly northwest to the general store, okay? Buy unnoted bronze bars and smith them until you can make 1 bronze full helmet and bronze plate skirts. When you're finished, buy an unnoted tinderbox and a torch, light the torch, and then bank the torch for Death to Dorgashan later. And also, when you're making the bronze stuff, make bronze knives, especially if you're gonna use those for like range later, you know, because there'll be 1 tick. It's so much fun. Fairy ring to DKS and travel to Keldegrim. Start the Giant's Dwarf quest. After the cutscene, travel to the bank and bank everything except GP, hammer, and the Com Orb, Crystal of Memories. Buy like 3K-ish of each construction supply, limestones, bricks, marble blocks, condensed gold at the stonemasons. Buy wooden crossbow stocks and bronze limbs 10 at a time, unnoted, and use the hammer and make them until 24 fletching. Also buy the molds from the crafting shop and buy like 200 cut rubies from the gem store. Buy yourself the Myth Addy and Rune Pick from the pickaxe shop and just literally equip all of them. Bing, 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 bing. Points, 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 points. Open your leagues tab and click on the areas and teleport to the Fremnik. It does the slow teleport animation. And then talk to Brunt the Chieftain and get a Seal of Passage. Equip the Seal of Passage, travel to the docks, and go to Lunar Isle. By traveling with the guy who takes you to Pirate Cove, you got to use the bank on Lunar Isle. So make sure you have your Seal of Passage, and then buy all the equipment from the Moon Clan shop across the street from the bank, because that's like some pretty decent mage gear. So, but you don't really have to worry about the boots or the gloves because we have our Trailblazer boots and gloves. I don't remember. I don't remember why we don't worry about those, but don't worry about them. Okay. Now go into the chicken house and buy all the runes you want, and like 3K of all of them. And this has every rune. It's the best rune shop ever. And we're rich. So that's even better. Soul runes, astrals, laws, bloods, everything. Also buy a lunar signet, because maybe down the road you're going to want to build something in your house, you know? Anyway, so from now on, I want you to like literally low alch the condensed gold until you can high alch as you go everywhere. We literally need billions of GP. So don't, if you're not alching, you better be doing something else. More important. Just do it. You're gonna need like 10 bill. It's awesome. I'll show you. Anyway, start the Fremy Isle quest. You might not have the requirements, but it doesn't matter because, I don't know, you just can. You just can do that. When you travel to Yatizo, go to the fishing shop and buy an unnoted raw tuna, and then go to the ore shop and buy 7 unnoted coal. Continue the quest until you get the Jester's outfit. Now, return to the fishing shop and buy hundreds of raw noted fish. Just like up the ladder, right? Just buy them all and get at least like 200 lobsters because there's an achievement for cooking 100 and you might burn a couple. Now travel to the armory to the west and buy 100 silver, 300 gold. These aren't real numbers, just like a couple hundred, you know? Spam click them. 2K iron, 4K coal, and buy full myth armor. because that's an achievement. Go downstairs outside of the camp and safe spot a troll, not a female troll, because she will kill you. She's got a wicked right arm, just winging them rocks. You cannot get hit by her or you will die. And then get the jester's outfit and go to Neatsnot and continue your quest until you have to chop like an Arctic pine tree, and you don't have anywhere near that wood cutting. And just wait. We're not doing that yet. You're gonna stop the quest, but kill a yak, and then return to Fremy. Talk to Jarvold and go to Waterbirth. Defensive cast, kill 5 rock crabs, return to Relic and go to Miscellanea. Trade the fishmonger and buy all the tools to fish, plus like 500,000 feathers and like 1,000 bait or whatever. Teleport to Varrock, buy a house and talk to Marlowe, just south of the guy that you just bought the house from. You do Daddy's home until you need to go make planks at the lumber yard. And if you're in there, look, there's 2 logs on the ground. Pick them up and fletch them into shafts. Now bank everything except your elk, your stuff. You're like, and don't bank your elk stuff, right? Because you got to keep doing that. Your steel axe, hammer, knife, tinderbox, wax, wood, logs. You're supposed to get those from a crate inside of that old dude's house. If you don't have them, you probably forgot them. Now, go inside the lumber yard and chop 1 tree. Then pick up and fletch the logs all around you that spawn literally everywhere. There's like only 1 you can't pick up. Fletch 1,000 arrow shafts, and then pick up all those logs again. And when you have 9 in a row, like when you have 9 logs, burn them all at one time and do it until you have 30 fire making. And then get 10 more logs, okay? Go to the lumber yard and make 10 planks. Also, the 3 waxwood planks. You want to make those too. Leave 3 spots open for nails, noted bolts of cloth, and a saw. Buy a whole bunch, right? 30 saws, buy 500 bolts of cloth. You seeing how like you're supposed to do that now? You have fire sale. You can buy them noted. Buy more than you need. Like quintuple amounts more than you need. Return to Varrock and fully complete Daddy's home. Bank the items and make sure you have the Crystal of Memories and your pickaxe, the best one that you can use. And then 3 things to carry water in, like a bucket of water, a jug of water, and then your elk runes. Keep elking, young Padawan. We need more GP. It's a note I put in here because I had to even convince myself because it was getting really tedious, but it's all worth it. Teleport to the Champions Guild and mine 3 clay. Magic, teleport to Varrock with law runes. Fill the buckets with water and make soft clay. 3 soft clay. Return to the bank and deposit everything and minigame teleport to the blast furnace. Pay the foreman 2,500 G to use the furnace and equip your ice gloves. They were automatically put into your bank when you unlocked Fremy. You're welcome. Put around 500,000 in the coffer and run full 28 iron ore loads. Like full inventories of iron ore until you can make steel with your smithing. Then make steel until you can make gold. And then make gold bars. Just a couple hundred of those and maybe some silver. And that's for jewelry down the road. And like 100 iron bars and just like steel. Just lots of steel. And then bank everything and get out your elk stuff, your Crystal of Memories, your hammer, then 10 oak planks, which you get from inside of the Daddy's home, like box or crate, 2 iron bars, 25 nails minimum, so you just get like 100 or whatever, a tinderbox, 2 normal logs, 3 soft clay, 1 bucket, and 2 ropes, and 5 normal planks. Technically, you can pick them up off on Fossil Island, but just bring them if you have the space. Leprechaun, teleport to the Fossil Island and fix up the camp. Put the bank next to the bank chest. Oops. Pet the dog next to the bank chest. And fix the fossil cleaning station. Then the bank chest. Then the well. Then the cooking pot. The spinning wheel. And the loom. If you do it in that order, you'll most likely always have the level you need. That's why I said it like that. Afterwards, you can talk to the guy by the water, and he'll give you 5 fossils. Go to the cleaning station and clean them and put them in the storage near you. Bank and get out 5 iron ore and 2 coal. Mushroom teleport to BLP, Big Lava People. Make 1 iron bar and 1 steel bar, because for some reason at the blast furnace it doesn't work that way. That's why I had to get 5 ore out, because sometimes they don't work. Teleport to Varrock and go to the west bank and make 150 iron arrowheads, a steel plate body, 10 steel bolts unfinished, and use the feathers like on the bolts and stuff to make like headless arrows. Use the feathers to make headless arrows, and then make 150 iron arrows with the iron arrowheads. You should be close to 500 total, or you may have already gotten it, and you should be close to Relic 4. I chose range, and you should be close to level 4 or the tier 4 Relic. I chose ranged on this one in the guide, like the run through, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I just feel like range is the best DPS though. Anyway, get out your runes, your mushroom, your wizard's tower. Get out your runes and mushrooms, and then go to the wizard's tower to kill the lesser demon in the tower. Teleport to Lumbridge, get your light source, and talk to Mistag, which is like underneath the Lumbridge like basement, and then like through that hole. And then start Death to Dorgeshan. If you need more pieces of the ham outfit, you can actually just go now, and you have an increased rate now that you have Death to Dorgeshan completed. And then do it fully. Do the whole thing. Then buy the bone crossbow, the bone bolts, and you can drop the ham robes. You don't need them anymore. Go into the Dorgeshan city and thieve a goblin thing until you get a bullseye lantern. Using the crossbow as your main weapon if you are ranged, on long range only. It's going to be the same attack speed, so don't think you're, you would do range if you do the rapid. Just do it if you're a ranger, right? Then I want you to bank everything and get out your green D-hide and your studded leather chaps and body. Crystal of Memories equipped, best range gear, and an anti-dragon breath shield, which you could get from the Duke. You don't really need one of those, but it doesn't have any downsides to it. Hopefully you just don't get blown by a dragon, because that's why we would want that. Finish your task, your Slayer task now. So like whatever it is, just go and do that and finish it. And then kill 3 chickens in 6 seconds and 6 cows in 10 seconds. It might take a little bit of some luck, but it's totally possible. And this isn't like these are tasks. So you got to keep doing it until you get them done. Go to the bank, equip studded leather and your chaps and body. Now go to the bank and equip your studded chaps and body. And then once you get 40 range, you can drop that stuff and then equip your green D-hide. This time you only want some food and your Crystal of Memories and a mushroom. So just food, Crystal of Memories, and a mushroom. BJP Fairy Ring Teleport takes you to the Isle of Souls, and then you can run east and then south and go to the Isle of Souls dungeon. When you're in there, kill a greater demon. There is a safe spot. Maybe you'll see it right here. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Then kill a fire giant. You can safe spot him as well. Then kill a blue dragon and bury its bones. Also a safe spot. Thieve the chest in the room until you have a key and a medium clue. And if you want, you can save your herbs and your mithril axes, or 1 mithril axe and your diamonds, and then you clean those and whatnot. And then every time you're full, you just teleport to a bank, Crystal of Memories back. Keep thieving until you get the thing. The key. There it is. Then go to BJP, run out there again once you get that key, and there's going to be some flax on the way. Pick up the flax, then go open the chest underneath in the basement, and then home teleport and make those bowstrings, and then bank the bowstrings. Do the medium clue if you can, and now equip that spiny helmet as well, and do Slayer. But this time, instead of going to Shaldar, you want to go to a different Slayer Master every single time. So we'll go to Vanica, then we'll do Duradaddy, and then whoever else. You want to do this until you have 35 Slayer, which then you can kill a Wall Beast and a Cave Bug in the Lumbridge sewers. Now, at this point, you really should be starting to gather a little bit of understanding of where you want to go on your own. Now, I have what I did, and it helps you further your stuff, but there are, just a couple things. Now that we have our, the general gist of everything we're doing, what you want to do is, as soon as you get your 5th relic unlocked, you want your 5th relic to be Infernal Gathering. And the reason is because I have specifically made this guide to avoid all skilling related things, because then we can come back and do the skilling things. However, we're going to be doing them with like better than dragon equipment that we can equip and use special attacks at level 1. So you're like level 1 fishing right now, and you have a harpoon, and now you can dude, it's so good. And it's gonna cook everything. She-doggy. It's so good. It's so good. So hear me out. Hit that level 5, get the Infernal Gathering. And if you were to go to like the desert, bro, if you were to go to the desert, you are gonna love me so long, because with the Infernal Gatherer, it's, dude, points. So many points. It's so easy. It's too easy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here because that's a lot of information. You know, I've been talking nonstop for 44 minutes. I hope to God I can trim that down and you did not just listen to a 44-minute video. My goodness. Either way though, thanks for being here. You're cool. So come check out the live stream. I just got a letter in the mail from the President of the United States of America. And he said to me, you have the best live stream on Twitch. And I said, thanks, dude. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm not letting it get to my head. You know, you got to be humble. So tier 5, Relic, Infernal Gathering. At this point, you can pick where you want to go. If you don't have any friends, maybe Tyrwin's a good option, right? Because Tyrwin will, you can do some gauntlet things. You know, I suggest people to do things that they're not used to doing in the main game, maybe so that you can learn. Also, if that's the case, you probably should also go Soul Stealer and Undying, because then if you suck, and that's okay that you do, right? It's okay, because sometimes I suck, sometimes, but not often, but sometimes. But Soul Stealer lets you heal, and then you get to be in the moment to learn, use it to learn the Inferno. But then if you get slapped by Zuck because you don't know how to run the freaking shield, that's okay, because you have Undying at tier 8, and then you just come back to probably take another Zuck ball, but you had more opportunities to learn, and that's important. And you're important. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for sharing it with your mother, who you want to get to play leagues, because you just want to further that connection, you know? Or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, ladies and men. Anyway, have a good day.